Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and we are going to be talking about dating mistakes that make you look desperate. That is the last thing you want to look, ladies. That's the last thing you want to do, is look desperate. And some of these things, like, y'all be reaching out to me and I'm like, no sis, like, you looking desperate, don't do it. So we're going to be breaking down things not to do while dating a guy, and men will take it as you being thirsty or desperate for their attention. All right, let's get into it. When you start talking to a guy, one of the things that you don't want to do is just texting them first all the time and hitting them up, double texting. Oh my God, that is such a big no-no. Don't send them a question mark. Like, if they don't reach out to you and they take a long time to reach out to you, like, don't double text back and say, hey, or call them, when they haven't like hit you up. Like, you're busy doing other things, sis. Like, you're busy doing other things. You're not just sitting here around here thinking about him all the time. So when he texts you and he takes a long time to text back or answer something that you are texting him, like, don't double text back and put question mark, like you're just sitting here waiting for his response, because that is just kind of desperate. Also, dry texting. So if you notice that he is hitting you up with, oh, LOL, or that's cool, or you guys are talking and you're like, oh, how old are you? And he hits you with the 20 whatever, he just says his age, and that's it. It's like, okay, well, how's this conversation supposed to carry on? Because you're the pursuer. You're the one who asked for my number. You're the one who showed interest to me. I don't have to keep digging for answers in interviews if you're not showing any interest. If you're not trying to carry the conversation, then how else is this conversation going to go? So don't text back. Like, just, okay, like, what are you supposed to say? Okay. Like, if you feel like you're gonna text back like one word responses like, okay, oh, if it takes any of that, oh, okay, or oh, LOL, any of that, why even text back? Why even text back at this point? It's just like you're giving something that, and then you text that, and then he doesn't say anything, and then you'll be like, oh my God, why did I put LOL? I should put something else. And then you're like double tripping texting them, trying to start a conversation with them when they are the ones who's supposed to be leading the conversation, because they are the ones who are pursuing you and want you. Another tip is, there is nothing wrong with being vocal and what you want and what you look for, but sis, chill. If y'all are like just getting to know each other within 2 weeks, don't be asking dude, what are we and where are we going? Like, chill. Like, you've only been talking to this dude for 2 weeks. Do not ask him, where is this going? And it's only been the second date. Like, let him see if he even likes you. Let yourself see if you even like him. Okay, like, I've had women that are like, yeah, on this day I grill them, I let them know I'm playing no games. And it's just like, don't be so aggressive. Like, show your femininity. Get to know him. Ask him the questions. And if there are things that you need to protect yourself, write down a list of your boundaries, your deal breakers. Write them down and be like, look, these are deal breakers for me, and these are things that I can deal with, or whatever. But writing down your deal breakers is like, that is so important, because you're going to end up meeting somebody and you don't want to find yourself compromising a lot of things because you end up liking this person a lot and they're nothing that you want. But for some reason, because of boredom and, not wanting to be alone and getting that attention that you've been wanting, or having somebody make you feel good in the moment, is nothing that you should be compromising your self-worth for. So therefore, stop being desperate and don't be so antsy to ask this man, where are you going? You don't even know him yet. And maybe where he's going is not where you want to go. Another thing, if a guy tells you, we're just going with the flow, after you didn't talk to him about a good 6 weeks at this point, and he's just like, I'm just going with the flow, sis, yeah, it's time for you to back up, paddle that boat, and get out of that river, because that flow is not where you want to go, because that can lead you to a waterfall, and then there's like rocks at the end of the waterfall, and you don't want to go down that slope. So therefore, you're like, hold up. You pursue me. We're not just going with the flow, okay? Like, you either gonna let me know what we're doing and what your intentions are with me. There is nothing wrong with asking what your intentions are, but the question of what are we is very, very intense, and men tend to not reciprocate that too well. Another big thing, and this is a big one for me, baby. I don't care how anybody feel about it. Paying on the first date. You don't have to prove to him that you're down and that you have your own on the first date. Let that man treat you, sis. That is his job. That's what he wants to do. He asked you out on a date, okay? He asked you out to take your time to get your, self together and spend quality time with this man. You didn't have to spend quality time. You don't even have to give him a day of your time, but you are. So he can at least treat you while you are there. Why not? That is an investment that man wants to make within you. Why are you ruining the moment and saying, oh, I got my own? No, like, you don't have to pay for the first date to make this man make it seem like you're serious. Either one, he's gonna be like, oh shit, like, let's go 50-50 all the time. And then you find yourself in a situation where, like, dang, I'm always paying for stuff. I'm always paying for myself. And then he gets in another relationship with somebody else. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, he didn't do me like that. Yeah, sis, because on the first day you was paying for the meal. You don't need to pay for his meal. You don't pay for your meal. He needs to pay for your meal. And if he does ask to go 50-50, you make sure that's the last 50-50 he ever get from you. You cut that date off. Like, seriously, I cannot. What is the point? He asked you out. Like, why are you paying for the meal? Like, he doesn't need to. How he knows that you got your own is how you pay on your bills. You have substance about yourself. You carry great conversation. You are feminine. You are beautiful. And you carry yourself. You are well put together. And you look like you take care of yourself, sis. That's it. You don't need to prove how much money you got in the bank. That doesn't impress a man. Or it'll impress a boy that's trying to use you in a dusty. That's what it'll impress. But we're trying to get some men around here. We're trying to get a man, okay? And they want to take care of you and they want to treat you. Trust me. Trust me. I've literally had that mindset when I was younger, and a man literally told me, don't ever do that again. Don't ever ask to pay for your meal when you're here with me. Like, I don't do that. I wasn't raised that way. I'm a man and I am here to treat you. So take that in. And it was kind of like, whoa, like, because I was young, like I was just like in college and stuff like that. So I was just getting to like learn and know how the dating world is and whatnot. So that's also another thing. Another thing is, keep the cookie in the pants on the first date. And also, don't let him kiss you on the first date. I know. I've definitely made the mistake of kissing a guy on the first date. But if your intentions is to be taken serious and get to know this person on a serious level, I would advise you to not sleep with them and not kiss them right away, because you leave them with some type of mystery. You leave them with looking forward to wanting to kiss you instead of looking forward to wanting to have sex with you. Because once they get the kiss and once they get a little taste of this, they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, like I want some more. But they're not gonna like, nothing's in the imagination for them anymore because you're already kind of put out. So some people say, oh, it works for me and I slept with my man on the first date and da-da-da. One in a dozen, okay? And there's plenty of women who slept with a guy on the first date that didn't work out. So let's weigh out that one. Yeah, it doesn't work out that well. So therefore, just because it's the first date does not mean you have to put out. Now, if this is somebody that you know that you're not going to take seriously, you just want to just have fun, this conversation ain't for that. This is for people who want to take this person serious and want them to take them serious and to value them. Also, on the first date, if the guy is inviting you to his house, quarantine or not, is this the first time that you're meeting up with him? Ladies, do not meet him up at his dorm room, his place, his house, your house. That is like, he needs to take you out. Like, I remember this one guy, like I was dating him, he was like, oh, it just doesn't matter, like we're just spending quality time together. And it's like, yeah, we can spend quality time when you invest in me, and that doesn't necessarily mean you guys spend a whole bunch of money on me, but taking time and effort and actually introducing me to a nice little scenario or the ambiance of things. It could be a park date. It could be so simple, but just let me enjoy being out with you in public, because anybody can spend time with somebody behind closed doors. But how does that person act when they're out and about around other people, or at a restaurant, or at a park, or, you know, at a museum or something like that? Like, how are they? You know, because anybody could just kick back and chill. Like, but let's get out and like enjoy doing activities or things that you love to do or that I love to do. Like, that is what you want to establish right there. And that is called boundaries, and that is called standards. I've had guys hit me up during this quarantine that's like, oh, you know, and I'm like, oh, check back with me later when things open up, baby. Like, we can talk, we can text, we can get to know each other at that time. I'm not about to meet up with you. I don't even know you. Especially do not meet up with guys that you have not even known for 2 weeks, and you have not, like, say if the guy gets your number and he's like, oh, let's hang out tonight. That's giving off desperate vibes, okay? Like, I definitely had to like, oh, let's hang out. Excuse me, sorry. First of all, I don't know you. You could be crazy. I don't even know if you're even somebody I even want to be around, okay? Let me see if I like you first before I just introduce you to my home, or I come to your place and then be in a situation where I feel pressured or awkward or something blows up if something goes wrong. So just be careful with that. You don't want to rush off going to this guy's house and chilling with him. Maybe on the first and second date, then you can go to his house and y'all can hang out and stuff like that. And then also on the first date, do not go to his house, because that's just pretty much defeating the purpose, and you're probably gonna end up, especially if you're feeling him, you're probably gonna end up sleeping with him. So let's just try to avoid that altogether. And another thing, always being way too available. If the guy is constantly just can hit you up whenever and, you know, say, hey, let's do this, or hey, what, don't be so just waiting for him to plan your day out. Like, you plan your own day out, okay? You plan your day out until he says, can I have this day? Then you can decide what day and what time that can benefit you. But don't be just sitting around just inviting him over or letting him come over whenever he wants to, unless that's your man, sis, then do you. But this is for people who are in the dating phase, okay? Dating phase. You don't want to have him come over so quickly. And then you also don't want to be so available. Don't be so available, sis. Chill a little bit, do some things on your own time, and do some things that you like to do, and invest in yourself and your own hobbies. Get your facial, get your shopping, and do some writing. Do whatever you need to do, but don't be sitting around waiting for him to, you know. It's okay to hang out with him when y'all kind of like been kicking it for a while. He's taking you out and you've done things and y'all hanging out, but just don't be so available all the time, because then he could just feel like he can hit you up whenever and then just hang out with you whenever. Like, you know, I would say when you guys are set in stone boyfriend and girlfriend, then that can kind of like, you know, that can ease. But dating phase, no ma'am, no. Do your own thing. Be busy don't just pretend to be busy. Actually be busy. Like, this is all natural. Like, don't pretend, because then you're going to end up be like, oh, I wonder did this work? Who cares if it worked or not? You're going to be so busy doing other things with yourself. You're not going to be worried about what he's doing as so much, you know. And then you're also talking to other people on the side. Also, don't cut off, I would say almost lastly, don't cut off all the guys that you've been talking to, the little friends. Don't all cut them off before he even put a title on you guys. What are you doing, sis? Just because he's like, oh, I'm exclusive. Ask him, like, okay, if you're exclusive, then you can decide if you like him enough that you're going to be exclusive with him. But don't be exclusive to somebody who has not committed to you. Like, don't drop all your dudes for this one dude because he's like, oh, I'm investing in you. You're supposed to invest in me. You're trying to get my attention out of all the other people. Like, no guy wants easy, accessible women that's just sitting around waiting for them. They like a little competition. So therefore, It's okay to talk to other guys, sis. It's okay to give another guy your number. It's okay if he's not as cute as the guy you're talking to now. Give him your number, give him a chance, because if things don't work out with that dude, guess what? You got somebody else you can talk to. But if you're in a committed relationship, this does not apply. This does not apply. Okay, so these are all my tips that I have for how you cannot give off desperate vibes. And hopefully this can help some of you guys from not kind of looking thirsty and not looking desperate, because men do not like desperate women, and men don't like women who are, you know, seem like she's gonna be clingy. Because desperate leads to clingy, and men do not like clingy women. They like women who have their own shit, okay? And they have things going on for themselves, and they know how to value themselves, and they put that value and they put that respect on my name. Sir, you asked for my number. Put some respect on it. Ain't nobody about to be desperate over you. Okay, boo-boo? So, hopefully this helped you guys. And if you have any other tips on how to not give off desperate vibes or things that you've learned in the past, go ahead and comment below. Like and share with a friend, especially if you know a friend that's probably done a couple of these things and she's just like, no, but I really want to show her this video, sis. You are helping her out, and you are helping other women out as well. All right. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more content. Bye.